Hello everybody and welcome in. My name is Yolanda Roos. This is my channel of Facilitated Light Well-Being. These are collective messages that are energy that could be present in your life. They are timeless, so when it finds you, there's a message or there's something that is probably in here once we get done. Today's question was, what is affecting or happening to the collective, the world as a whole? So I already pre-shuffled and put them out. If you like the channel and you've been here before, definitely hit the like button, subscribe if you'd like to know when the new videos come out. Not necessary, but it just helps the channel grow and allow other people to see the channel. If you're new, welcome in. I am a white light energy reader. So when I read, it's energy. There's no like fortune telling or anything. It's just energy. It's for the collective. So you're either doing it or receiving it. Okay. So it's take it as it resonates for you. This is a collective message. So this is energy that's affecting us as a whole. So I would say this is probably for everybody. And what I'm seeing on the cards already is very much what's happening. This year is a year of transition. So we're moving from that old energy of Pentacles, which is grounded, heavy, very much wrapped around security, money, things of that nature. We are moving now into air energy, which is in the winter, which is destruction of the old to create room and space and new things in our life. So we are in the age of Aquarius, which is now air energy / winter, and it is the suit of swords. So it is thought, how you perceive things, healing of the mental psyche. Okay, so that's what's presenting itself. So what we are experiencing as a whole, the first card out is Temperance. So the Temperance talks about having your foot in the water and like your emotions and your physical world, your psyche and your 3D world. So it's finding balance within the world that you live in. So you need to create balance within your life. I am going to mention, this is the bottom of the deck and it's 3 of Swords. And 3 of Swords is trauma that has happened to us that we need to heal. In the reverse, it means we're struggling to deal with it, accept it, or process it. Okay, so at least that's how I read. So when I read the way I read, and if it doesn't resonate and you're a reader, I apologize, but I read and my spirit guides show me what needs to be said by how I read my cards. So the overall energy that's affecting us is the trauma, the pain, and this is a reoccurring thing that's happening right now. We have got to process the pain, the trauma, the things that have happened to us, people that have hurt us, situations that have maybe damaged or manipulated, narcissistic things, addictions, falling short, programming from the matrix and from, the powers of be, the media and stuff like that, people that have done things. So the energy for the collective is that this is what needs to be done. We are having to heal and do shadow work with all the things that have happened. Now, if you're new, or this is just a reiteration because I don't always know who's watching my channels, shadow work is things, energy, feeling from past stuff that has happened, that has damaged you, maybe warped you, hurt you, kind of skewed how you look at things, controlled you. It's the things that damage you, the scars, the things that you might be shoving down and not dealing with, the things that you fall short on, or the things that you don't want to deal with, express, or like have in your field. Right now, we have to clear the old bad karma, energies, things to be able to ascend and move into the next cycle. Remember we said the energy is slow, but there's a lot of things that are going to be processed. So you're going to feel like it's not moving quick, but there's a lot coming at you because all the stuff that you have has to come up. It has to be felt. It has to be dealt with. You're not to hold on to it, but you need to process it, accept how it made you feel, See if maybe it's created patterns or problems within your life that maybe you can address it, because now you're realizing it's there. This also goes along with addictions. It goes along with relationships, people that have made you feel a certain way. You need to address it. They could be in your life or not in your life. So either you need to look at how you're treating people or how people are treating you. Because remember, this is the whole collective. So there's either people, which we're probably dealing with both. We've probably treated people or done things to people. And what I'd say is, with this balance, it's kind of like what I'm hearing is that you need to accept the things that you have done to people, and you need to process the things that have been done to you. And you need to ask for healing, or you need to try to be a better person slash forgive, not because you're accepting it. We talk about this. Because you are releasing it, that it no longer holds on to you. Because what happens is when you have unprocessed work that needs to be addressed, dealt with, understood, cried out, whatever, loss that you haven't really dealt with, you've kind of shoved it away, shortcomings, and you've just kind of like either ignored it or it just keeps taking you down more and more and more. If you don't deal with it, it leads to strife, anger, bitterness, grief that you cannot do, depression, anxiety. Okay, so what the universe and the angels and the guides are saying is, it's time to get your mind, your body, mind, and soul in balance. You need to take care of your body. You need to take care of your mind. You need to talk to your soul and see what you need to do. Now, it sounds like woo-woo, talk to your soul, but your soul is the inner part of you. It's the higher self. It's the energy that's connected to the light, to God, to the monad, whatever you want to call it, source energy, creator energy, I don't care. The thing that's higher than us that created all things. This is taking all the things and figuring out how to alchemize or send it away from you if it's hurting you, and to become a better person in society. So if you are hurting, because this isn't to be mean, if you are hurting, if you are angry, if you are in strife, if you are in depression, you're going to project it out to the world. So there's both things that need to be addressed. You need to heal yourself so that you can send out good things or accept things, instead of projecting out the things that are hurting you and damaging you that you don't even realize you're doing. Okay, so this is for everybody, including myself. I have to accept what has happened, process it, not allow it to keep happening, but accept that it happened and not live in denial, because it's easier to just say, oh, no, I just keep shoving it down. I'm not going to deal with that. We have to understand that people are going to hurt us. Things are going to be not working out the way we thought. We have addictions in so many ways, not just drugs and alcohol. So many addictions. An addiction is something you need that takes precedence over everything, or you use it as a crutch to cope. And it could take your resources, your time, your energy, or it could take you from things that you could enjoy and have because it's present and you might not even realize it. Okay, so balance within your life, body, mind, and soul. That is the first thing that came out. The next thing is a tower. This is our world. Everything that you are used to, babies, get ready. It's about to crumble. I don't say a date, a time, or if it's going to impact you in a terrible way, but whatever has been happening is about to come down. The things that have controlled you, the things that have hurt you, the things that have programmed you, the things that are out in the world that don't want people to succeed. They don't want them to awaken. They don't want them. This is all crumbling. And the tower moment is something that is sudden, that causes something to be done that you are refusing to release. So if you're going to find balance, you could possibly avoid some of this in a personal aspect. But in the world, everything is being it's like taking a puzzle that's all together, throwing it in the air, and it lands on the bottom. Now, it's not that you can't put it back together. It's not that you can't heal. It's that everything is like, it's chaos. You're not used to it. It's sudden. It's pretty impactful. But most of the time, when I read the tower is about something that is predestined or a gift for you from the universe. And you are so comfortable or so used to what you're doing, so programmed that you don't take it, or you don't realize that it's being offered to you, or you're not able to because something is keeping you from doing it, or your comfort. Like I said, when you're comfortable, it's nice for the nervous system sometimes, whatever, but you don't grow. Okay. So something in your life, however you want to take it, there's going to be some people that it's going to be a personal thing, and some people it's going to be that the world that they live in could be changing, like outside, like external things could be changing, and something could totally change. A business could burn up, your house could have a problem and you have to leave, or somebody else's house burns down and you have to put somebody in your life. It's that something dynamic is going to be like poof all of a sudden, and it's going to change. Or there's going to be a bombing, there's going to be a hurricane, and it wipes out like a whole section of area. It's not that you planned it, it's that maybe those people, there's a handful of people that will relocate and they will go to where they needed to go, that maybe they were not feeling comfortable enough to do it on their own, or there's something that needed to change. Maybe there was something happening in that area that needed to end, so there was a destruction. Or there's something that's going to be approved and something's going to come in, say a business comes in and it opens up like hundreds of thousands or thousands of jobs that would help the area. It's a tower moment in essence, because maybe somebody's going to lose a piece of property and they're going to approve something, and that person might be upset, but the effect in the long run is going to help everything or help the area. A lot of times your tower moment is things that get taken from you. Say you lose your job, now you go and look for another job, and you wouldn't have looked for that job unless this tower moment happened, because the universe had this beautiful new opportunity for you, but you weren't looking. You didn't want to change. You didn't want to take it. So they had to remove what was holding you to get the door open for you to go and find the new thing. Because usually a tower moment is something that looks and feels traumatic a lot. It's intense. And then at the end, after you've settled, the dust is settled, you've reestablished, you've whatever, you're like, oh wow, this is awesome. Like it works out usually for your benefit if a tower moment happens. Okay. Your last card is Two of Swords. So as a world, community, collective, there are decisions that are coming in that you're going to have to use your spidey senses, your gut, your intuition. The things around you are not going to show you how it's going to unfold. You're going to be presented with something that you're going to have to decide, and you're going to have to do what's best for you in that moment without knowing how it's going to turn out. Not fun. There might be somebody you have to remove from your life. There might be a situation that comes up. With this Three of Pentacles, or Three of Swords, it's that healing. Maybe there's a choice you have to make and not know how it's going to turn out. Like, I'm going to do a couple different scenarios. The first one that came to me is you're in an abusive relationship and you have to leave. You don't know what you're going to do. You don't know where to go. You're not sure if you should just stay because it's not that bad. It's not that good, you know. And something happens and the person does something, or something happens within the dynamic and you go. You can't stay. Like they don't, maybe they'll say, I don't want you. I don't want you to be here. Or you need to leave. And you're like, and you knew you wanted to go, but it wasn't in like a timing that you could be ready for. There's two things that could be a choice that you have to make, and no matter what choice you make, someone's going to be upset with you, and you have to make the choice because it's your choice for something, and you need to be choosing what's good for you and your surroundings, and everything else will adjust around you. So there is something you're going to have to choose without knowing. There's probably like 2-3 different things, and like I said, it's an energy of making a choice that there's no right or wrong answer. It's like a crossroads. Either way leads to something, but you don't know where it's going to lead you. You don't know how it's going to unfold. You don't know how it's going to work out. And it's one of those things that the other counterpart is that sometimes like it's a choice, and this person's going to be happy and this person's going to be happy depending on the choice you make. But if you go this way, this one's going to be upset. If you go this way, this one's going to be upset. So in this choice that you're going to have to make, it's got to be something that affects you, that you do what's best or what you feel is best. And tapping into a higher power or a knowing or just trusting. This is what I feel I need to do, and trust it, because it's not a right or wrong answer when it's Two of Swords. It's that it's a choice that's going to be, it's like a crossroads. Like I said, it's you're going this way or this way. You're staying here or you're going there. You know, you're taking the job, you're not taking the job, or, you know, you're going to move here or you're going to not move, or you're going to move here. Like it's one of those things that you're not going to know until you're in it. And you're not going to know until the future. And then at that point, you could readjust. You could recalibrate, you know. But I want you to make a choice. If you're making a choice and it comes to that, and this is going to affect you, that you make a choice that's going to be okay for you. You can't always do everything based on everybody else, because you might be hindering or making it a bad decision, or a decision that you're going to regret. I guess not a bad decision, but it could be that it's not what you really want, and you're trying to satisfy or make everybody happy. And in this world, you're not going to make everybody happy. Oh, we got a bunch of these. Jeez. All right, so let's take a couple of these and just see. You're not alone. So in this world, there's people probably dealing with the same type of things that you're dealing with, and you may feel alone. But there is somebody there that can talk to you, understand, or is going through what you're going through. You're not alone, guys. Learn from your mistakes. Yep. Learning from what you do so you don't have to keep repeating it. If you are repeating the same things, you're not learning something. And it's not mean against you. It's just, if you keep having the same things happening, you need to evaluate why. You are probably the problem. Not always, but in like 75% of the time, the reason a pattern keeps repeating is because you are doing something, allowing something, or you're just used to doing it a certain way, and it keeps creating the same thing over and over again. Speak your truth and be honest. This is a time, this is that healing thing. You need to be honest with how you feel. It doesn't, you can say something without hurting people and be honest and be true. Being honest and true also will pull in the people. This is dealing with the authenticity of who you are, being true to who you are, how you feel about things. You don't have to be mean to somebody if they sound like off the rocker. You can just say, listen, I don't agree with you. Everybody has their own opinion, but that's not for me, or I don't think that way, or I think you're, you know, being a little judgy or whatever, like if you're talking to somebody. But you need to be honest, because I feel like somebody is wanting to hear your honest opinion, or you could be speaking your honesty and that's actually what they feel, but they think they're crazy, like, or they don't think, they're not sure, so they're getting confirmation from you. So please speak your honesty without being mean, but be honest with what you feel towards something, because you could help somebody else or help yourself. Okay. Don't compromise your values. Yep. You know what you stand for. You know what you believe in. That's the honesty, the truth. Don't be pushed into something because someone makes you feel like you need to do it. If it's going to go against what you believe or what is true to you or what you resonate with, you're going to regret it, or it's going to cause a problem, or you're going to end up doing something that you don't want to do, and then you're going to be upset. Okay? Quietly help somebody. In this world right now, there are plenty of people that are going through some troubles, trials, tribulations, recovery. And if you can help somebody quietly without announcing how crappy a person is or where they're at, you know, buy somebody something, get some groceries, come alongside. It's helping people without saying, look what I did, or making them feel insecure or embarrassed. Okay. And then we got, let them know how you feel. So there's that honesty. If you're holding back emotions or you're holding back things, I feel like what we're dealing with is that you need to let it out. You need to tell somebody how you feel. You need to tell if somebody's making you feel good, or if someone's making you feel bad. If someone's taking advantage of you, or if someone's, you know, you become Twitter-pated with somebody. You might be needing to let it out. Or if someone is like hurting you or making you feel a certain way, or using you, or maybe you're working too much and you don't know how to say to your boss, listen, I know you need some people, but like, this is becoming too much for me. It's affecting my anxiety. You need to tell people how you are feeling. Your feelings and emotions are still important, and they still need to be validated, because your emotions are responses from things that you're dealing with. We are creatures with emotions, feelings, senses, everything. And our response is because of something. Why do we feel sad? Why do we feel happy? Why do we feel anxious? Do we need help? Do we have a medical problem? Are we dealing with depression? Do we have depression because of something, or because we have imbalance in chemicals? So being open about what you're dealing with, how you're feeling. I don't feel good, or you're sick. How you feel also could be like addressing things and not ignoring them, or thinking, oh, I can't tell anybody that I don't feel good because they might do X, Y, and Z, or they might judge me, or they might think less of me, or they might tell me I need to go to the doctor, and I don't want to hear that, so just be honest with what you're dealing with and be open. That's part of that healing. And the trauma can, in addition, be not just mental. It could be physical trauma that you need to deal with. There could be PTSD. There could be trauma from a surgery, an operation, a car accident, a fire, whatever. You could be healing, and you need to be open about it so you can get the help you need, or you can let people know, I'm hurting. Or, letting people know that you need something, or that you're feeling a certain way, because people might say, hey, how can I help you? And they might give you a helping hand that you need. See with your third eye. That's your intuition. Remember, there's those choices, those things that you have to do. Your third eye is connected to your intuition. It's seeing beyond what's right here, picking up on people's vibes, picking up on feelings, picking up on things that get downloaded, because your spirit guides and angels are talking to you. That little voice in your head, like you call your conscious, that's your spirit guides and your angels. That's God in the most clear form, saying, protect that human, be with them, speak through their mind, and give them that thing like, what did mom say? What did your boss say? What did the police say? What did the Bible say? Whatever you follow, what did the Quran say? It's going to use your brain, and it's going to use your memories and your words and your thoughts and your things to make you be aware of something. That's your third eye. That's connecting with the other side, the ethereal, the energetic part of our life, which is all around us. We're energy. We're a ball of energy. And the only reason you see us is because our molecules are moving so fast that you appear to be here. But technically, you're energy. You're just a bunch of little electrons and protons all flowing around. We all have a different appearance, but we all are here filled with energy. And if we don't have our energy, we exist no more. Okay? And walk away. So if there is something that you see is not good for you, this might be the decision that's hard to make, or a choice that you're going to have to make. You may have to walk away from something, someone, somebody, somewhere, a job, a way of doing things, how you're being in a dynamic, things of that nature. So you're going to need to possibly consider if you need to walk away, or if someone needs to be told to walk away, Your card today is sail away. And this says, when life has you going in 100 miles an hour, quiet your mind and sail away. The ocean will rock you to sleep or ease your soul. Let the salty air carry you to a peaceful destination and put the wind back in your sails. Yeah, there's things we're dealing with that have kind of knocked the wind out of us. That's that Three of Swords. We need to allow our bodies to slow down, to be quiet. Even if you have to listen to music, it's that whatever calms your soul and allows you to think, to process, to see things without being distracted. That is what the message seems to be, because your universal message for the collective is dealing with what is causing the imbalance or the disruption in your life, which is creating balance and harmony by balancing the scales, removing what you don't need, taking care of what you have to address, things that are draining your energy. Maybe you need to figure out, maybe you have too much on your plate. I usually have my plate overflow with, and it's dumping all over the floor because I just take on more than I'm supposed to. That is something I am working on. Maybe you have the same type of thing, because I've always been in a mode that I need to help people and take care of them and do this and do that. And yes, that is a good thing, but not to your own detriment, not to the point that you feel like you're going to, collapse, or you just can't take care of yourself, because as you keep draining and draining and draining, and you're not filling or balancing or giving your body rest or dealing with what you need to, or you just keep allowing it to build and you're not processing it, you're causing anxiety, you're causing hormones and pheromones to be released within your body that come from stress and depression and anxiety. They cause illnesses, they cause imbalances, they cause fog, headaches, whatever. So long story short, like I said, deal with what's bothering you. Take the time to be quiet, because there could be things bothering you that you don't even realize that are getting in the way, that are causing you anxiety, strife, the way you're looking at things. You might need to just sit down and be quiet and like ask the spirit guides or angels or whatever you believe in. I'm not going to put a name on it. There's a higher power, whatever you call it. Ask them, is there something that I need to address? Is there something I am doing that is hurting or damaging or causing a problem? Is there something that's being done to me that I'm not seeing? I've just had it so long that I feel that it's okay. You know, we just get programmed, we get comfortable, we get used to something. If you ask them, all I'm saying is be ready to hear, because they will tell you. If you really want to know, they will tell you. And sometimes we don't want to hear what they have to say. So be prepared and be open without getting upset or saying, oh, I can't believe that. That's not me. You may have some work to do, and you may have some people that you have to put in their place to create boundaries for you. So guys, I hope this helps you. I'm going to pull one last card for the finishing message. This is the Grow Bloom Shine deck. This is our little like finishing thing. So this is your card that came out. You may need to ask for help if you are in need. Be open to receiving from the universe. Be open to what they're going to send you, give you, take you. And if something changes, don't be upset. It's probably for a purpose. Learn from your mistakes and lessons so you don't have to repeat them. So there you go, guys. Just a reiteration, basically what the message was talking about. Asking for help, learning from your mistakes or things you've done. We've all done things that we realize, oh, maybe I shouldn't be doing that. So allow yourself to grow. Allow yourself to be quiet. Allow yourself to learn. We love you, and we send out beautiful energy and hugs and kisses to all the people in the collective. Have a great day.